Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode number 14. I think it is. Yes, episode number 14 of trading recap. Excuse me. So today, I do have a couple of things to point out. Um, Episode 12, we were talking about. It's not episode 12. Episode number 13, which is up right now. We talked about passing phase one, the two-step to the evaluation. This is zero year, which ended on April 1st. That was 5 days ago. We went into passing phase one, which is, as we can see, we traded it for 8 days. We almost blew it, but then we got a trading objective completed, and congratulations. So all the statistics are on here, as you guys can see, and the trading history, which if we go to March, these were the trading history. Well, these are the trading history. Um, Went into some drawdown, brought it back up, but then April has been a very good month for us. We started April very strongly with 15,000, which made us pass the challenge. So that was very important. And then we got sent into verification. We got sent to verification. So we took our verification and started trading our verification. And um, what? So if we go back to our analyzer, this is the trade that I took on our verification phase. So from the 1st of April, which we took our last trade for the evaluation with a 10K profit. See, Wednesday, April 1st, and this candle, this was the day that we completed our, our trade, April 1st at 6:15, when we passed with $2 excess. And that same evening, we got our login for phase two, and the market just fell down heavily, heavily. So, you know, um, I went into some analysis. So I just said, okay, the market is going down. We just got our credentials for the second phase. Let's not rush. Let's wait for our demand and supply setup. Is what I was, looking to do. So when the markets fell, this is on gold, by the way, gold spot. So he fell. A little analysis on the 50-minute time frame. So we did a push, little manipulation, not manipulation, a little and then fell. Boom, made a lower low, then made a lower high, and it was supposed to make another lower low, but it didn't. It made a higher low instead. Made a higher low, and then made a higher high. So now I'm thinking reversal is what I'm thinking. Reversal is what I'm thinking. So that being said, I said, okay, if I'm thinking reversal, for me to be thinking reversal, I need to identify my zones for this reversal. So I went to my drawing tool and identify my break of structure, supply and demand, and I have my break of structure right there. And if that's my break of structure, my demand zone is going to be this candle before the explosion. So I had my demand zone on the 15-minute. Boom. And initially I had this setup. That was my initial setup because I take aggressive entries. But then I said, okay, this looks to be too much of a pips giving away. It's at 27 pips. So I said, you know what? I am going to go down to the 5 minute and see if that zone is cleaner. So when I went down to the 5 minutes and I saw that, ooh, okay, this is a more cleaner zone. There's some pips to be saved here. So I adjusted my demand zone back to the 5 minute candle. Then we saw the proper explosion. So that's what I did. And, and then I marked my demand zone. Then I put my long position measurement here just to get an indication of the price and what I'm going for. And then I initially had my take profit at the top of the previous high, of the previous higher high. That's what I was waiting for. And I had an alarm alert set for that price. Boom. So that when it gets there, I will know. Now, on Sunday, the markets tried to hold this zone. I brought it down. Sellers pushed and buyers took it back up, and then sellers broke that zone and came down, went back and retested the zone, and then pushed back down. When it got here, now, to be honest, when it got here and then reversed very strongly, I was saying to myself, maybe it's already retested my point of entry from the 15 minutes. Am I sure if it's gonna come back down to the 5 minute zone that I modified it to? And it's pushed really high, but I just said to myself, I'm not gonna chase this trade. If it misses the zone, if it doesn't get back to the zone, then okay, it's not my trade. We'll find another. I'd find another one. Okay, so so this was my first point of contention. Maybe I should have, taken it from the 15 and go, but I said okay. If I miss it, I miss it. It's not my point of entry. It's not my point of entry. 15 minutes later, we had a rejection in the zone and a proper rejection, and then it started dingling again at the same level at the 15-minute candle. And I was still asking myself, am I sure it's going to come down? Can I just take the trade from here? And, since it's already close to the zone, can I just take this trade from here and, target the top? But I keep telling myself, you know what? If it's going to get to my zone, it's going to get to my zone. I'm not moving this trade. So at 7:15 yesterday on Sunday, it just tapped the zone, tapped it, and I had my buy order set. So I had my buy order set on 3 accounts. I have it set on our swing funded account for Alpha Capital. I had it set for our evaluation account for the 5%ers, and I also had it set for our phase 2 of the FTMO. So put it there, and it tapped, boop, and I was in the trade on Alpha Capital swing and 5%ers evaluation. On my, let's go to 15. Okay, this is our FTMO account. So on the FTMO, there was a point of entry right here. If I can use this, my lines. Oop, so that was the first tap. Then it came and danced again. But if we go to the 5 minutes, we can see the entry. Oh, 5 minutes is gone now, huh? Anyways, so in the 5 minutes, I think the entry was here. Boom. So I had it on the 5 minute. It came and tapped, but for some reason, the buy limit order could not go through. So I had to close or cancel the buy limit order on FTMO and enter it manually. Now I went for one standard lot size, and my risk was below. I think it was on the low of this candle somewhere here, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I was risking $1,800 with a one standard lot size. $1,800. Oh, we're not doing that. So risking 1,800 on one standard lot with FTMO, and on my alpha swing I was risking $500, and on the 5% test I was risking $500, because I knew that if I'm targeting the top of this move, then a 1 to 5 or a 1 to 4, with $1,800 is going to be above 5,000. And also a 1 to 4 with 500 as my stop loss would be 2,000 and some change on on the alpha swing, and also 2,000 and some change on the 5 percenters. Those accounts I keep trying to forget them. Okay, so the trades went in, and it went did this thing. At this point here, we were already at $5,000. Then it pulled back and then went back up again and came to this point. So at this level right there was when I closed this trade. At this level where I closed the trade. As we can see on our dashboard, was even below that level. So when I closed so I took the trade for $5,000. So you go to our history. This is the trade that we took, and our stop loss was 46.11. That's 45.83. If we go to 46.11, where was the stop loss? 46.11. Okay, this is a modified stop loss. This was when it was already in profit. Then I brought the stop loss to break even, but the starting stop loss was uh somewhere around this zone, somewhere here, starting stop loss. So we closed it for $5,400, and by doing that we passed the 5% profit. But initially, before that was happening, in the 5 minute time frame, I was playing with the 5 and the 1 minute when this candle was developing. So if we go to the 5 minute, when this candle was developing, which candle was it? I think it was this candle. I may be mistaken, or it may have been, one of these candles was I knew it was going to come back to the zone, so I was just testing my sales and buys and sales and buys. Which the first time I did it, you know, I took 800 from a single standard lot, um, and you can see it was within minutes. So it was from 220, 56, and you see 231. So in 10 minutes, 11 minutes, or in 10 minutes, we had 800, and we took that. I said, okay. And then I tried to do it again, this time from 232 to 234. 2 minutes later, I was down 500. So I just closed it and said, you know what, I'm just going to wait for my setup. So those were the reasons for those two candles. Started right here. Okay, we followed this down and close it somewhere. And then when this one started, I said, oh, let me just take it again. Then I lose 500. So that was that one. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to wait for my setup. And then the setup came, and we took it with risking $1,800, and we came up to here, and we're already at 5,043. We already hit the threshold, so I just closed the trade for for what? Um, FTMO. So, which in that case, then the 15 minutes, we close the trade somewhere here. There we go. That's where we close the trade for FTMO. And for the other two accounts, I let it, continue moving up, moving up, moving up, and um, it came back to our internal. No, no, I have this line, this trend line later. This is the main trend line. So with this trade, we were able to pass our FTMO phase one, which is verification, which is right here, but it's still ongoing because we've just been trading for one day, which was Sunday, yesterday. So this was the initial 800, and then we lose 500, and then the single trade just gave us 5,000, 66, 5,400 plus the 200 from this balance. So those are the trades. The 5,000 on Sunday. I think it was after 6 p.m. And this is it. So yeah, from those three trades, we made 5,697. And now, we've uh, held our maximum daily loss. We've, respected the maximum loss, and we've hit our profit target. And we have 600 and 690 97 and 57 cents to play with. So I said, okay, now that I have passed this challenge in the first day, you guys can remember from my previous challenge, which I'll just show you, there was something that I did. Let's go to evaluation. It was this one, this evaluation, where we passed the challenge in a single day. We made 11,000 in a single day. I'll show you on the charts. We made 11,000 in a single day, and the very next day we tried to, do what I do not know, and we breached the maximum daily loss. So we then blew this account. So that happened to me. So now I'm taking my time and saying, you know what? If I have this challenge pass, I'm not going to repeat this mistake again. So I'm using that as a lesson for this new challenge to say, okay, I have $600 to work with, 697, almost 700 to work with. So I'm just gonna do what I can do to make sure that I do not blow this trade away. So today, when the market opened, I took a buy position. I took a buy position. I think it was here that I took that buy position. This is this. Okay, this is it. I took the buy position at this level. But I saw this gap. I should have taken it at the bottom of the gap, or just taken a sell to close that gap. But I took a buy position there, and then we started going into drawdown, so I just closed the trade. Don't wanna risk our $600 that we have. So I reduced my lot size, and then once we started going into drawdown, I just closed the trade. So now we have 2 trading days, and there's 2 more to go. So since there are no setups that I can take here, which I mean, it looks like I see a setup, but I don't think I am interested in trading gold right now. But if you go back to an analysis, this region, let's take these out. There are too many drawings on here. Let's take these guys. Let's take you out. Too many drawings on here. So this region has been tested multiple times. It looks like buyers and sellers are within this region. So I feel like I should have this you put it here, so that if we go down, if we go below, we're looking for cells because it's been retested multiple times. One, two, three, four, five, and now this cluster would be six. So if we go below, we're looking for cells maybe to this to our original level, but this would be a short trade, which I don't mind, to original level. Or if it goes above, we're looking for buys that will make new highs. So in this case, which if it goes above, I'll be looking for entry positions into buys to make new highs. So maybe just above, above that high. Usually one, two, three. So put that here. 1 to 3. So we'll be looking to make new highs, or you know maybe target this high and just let it run. Since if that happens, I'm pretty sure this trend line would be broken. That's why I have an alert set on this trend line. So that as soon as we close above there, as soon as we close above, then I know we're going bullish. Then we can take a buy, maybe and then take it to the top. That'll be a good 1 to 6. But if we can reduce our risks and do a 1 to 5, you know, and take a 1 to 5 if that happens. So this is what I'm, hoping, or um, this is what I want to do based on what the market does. And if that doesn't happen, then we can take a sell to this low and reduce our risk with a 1 to 2, and then see what we can get from the market. So either way, we are prepared for our funded account and for our 5% evaluation. Boom. So this trade that I took on all three accounts, this trade that I took on all three accounts for, and then it started dropping and started falling and came back to this zone. For our 5%ers, if we go there, I was risking $500, and you can see this is a trade. We just got tapped and we were in, now we closed it here. If we go to our history, we closed it there. There is a trade. We closed it on $1,500. So that was a nice 1 to 3. Okay, and then I was looking to build on this position. So I took another entry when we came to this level. Do I have a drawing thing here? No. I took another position when we came to this level. Now, when we came and retested this level, which I thought was going to hold, and then push up. So when we retested this level and we had a bullish candle, I took another buy position here, risking $500 again. Risking $500. I think I had my stop below. I think I was at 46.50 where I had my stop. If we can see the stop here, closing price, yeah, 46, 48, I had 46.50, and we got stopped out for 521. So, we gave back a $500. And I also opened the 0.4 before going to this trade, and we gave up $100. So we probably walked away with what, $900 from this trade. Um, and at its peak, even though its peak wasn't too big, at its peak, which was at this level right here, we were at $4,000. Sorry, $94,000. But since we closed it on a loss, you know, we'll, we are now on $92,450. So slowly we're grinding on these 5%ers account, and we'll see where we can keep it. So that was that for the 5%ers. If we go to our alpha swing, let's log in. There was our breached 200K. In progress. At its peak, we were, that's not even its peak, even. I think we're up 102K, but, who's counting? So now we're up, almost 1K. But we did close that trade. So this is the month of April. We did close that trade with a $350 dollars. What the heck? April 6th. Did I close it today or yesterday? Oh yes, I also took this trade on the 5%ers too, when I thought we were going to we were just retesting this level. I also took this trade too, and I risked 500 on it too, and we got blown out. We got stopped out. So I lost $500 on that trade, and I closed the previous trade with $800. So for the day, we made 300. The day we made 300, which it's good. It's good. So now we're up to almost $1,000 in profits, and that's okay. We're going to get more setups, so that's where we're at. So what's left now is for me to diligently go through the remaining 2 trading days and become funded with FTMO again, as we can see. And with the consolidation that I'm getting here, if we go to the higher time frame and we take these guys off, with this consolidation and the EMAs are still above, I'm thinking it's gonna go up. After this consolidation, it is when it breaks, we're just gonna go up, 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 up. So I'm waiting for more buys, and we'll see. And on the 4 hour, as we can see, there's as I'm marking to track where the market is going. We made a low, made a higher high, made a lower high, made a new high, made a lower high, made a new high, and just made a lower high. So when we break, I expect us to make a new high, maybe back to this level, a new high back to this level, which has been you know retested multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So back to that level to make a new high, somewhere around here, or maybe just broke this high and just go to this level right up here. This is what I'm looking to see on gold. Um, on the 4 hour, this level is getting, you know, tested and see, but I'm not interested in taking any trades right now. Since I cannot see a clear sign or indication that we're gonna go up or we're gonna go down because we're still at this critical level right here. And I think, the waiting game continues. We wait. And that's 30 minutes. So that's been a good recap of where we are. We've passed the FTMO phase 2. Um, Technically, but completely, we need 2 more trading days to become funded. And we're up 1K on the swing, and we're up to 92,490 on the 5 percenters. So slowly and steady. April has been a good month so far, and for the first week has been a good month so far for April. And thank you guys for watching. If you like these videos, please leave a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share, all those beautiful stuff. And I'll see you guys again on the next recap. Thank you all. Have a nice day.